Hey, 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 I know you're there. I know you're there. You know what I'm doing? Something you should be doing too. Sharing Crafting with Shalyn to other pages and to other profiles that you may have, because we are going to do something really, really fun. Let me find here what I'm looking for. I have a page here that is perfect for this show. And share. It's so easy to share. It takes you a second, see? Easy. But it makes a huge difference for us. You know why? Because that's how Facebook and other social media platforms, they decide if they show the video or not. So the sooner you do that, the better it is. And if you don't know, you're watching Crafting with Shalyn. I'm Shahar Boyaya. I'm going to be your host for today. Naturally, is very busy having a birthday, right?
Very busy.
Yes. And we have an amazing project. If you were here last week, you saw that we made Frank. We are going to talk about him in a second. And today we are making Dracula.
Dracula.
My favorite, Dracula. And you can get ready for Halloween before everybody else and, you know, be the envy of your neighborhood, right? Because you can display this by your door. Hey, you're going to look adorable and everybody is going to say, where did you get that? And you are going to say, I made it. How cool is that? Yeah, it's always good, right? To do this with the neighbors. They make them suffer a little bit. But before we dive into that, I want you to take a look at our beautiful display today. And you're going to see that we have this gorgeous haunted house. What's going to happen with this haunted house today?
I think we're going to give a kit so you can make that haunted house by yourself. You can paint it however you want.
That's fantastic. So a very lucky person will get a kit to build that. And Shalyn has a show coming where she's actually going to teach you how to do that. So you don't want to miss. How do you get this kit? Oh, I ask you, how? How? You have to share and you have to comment. So you share the show right now and you leave some comments, questions. Shalyn loves questions. She was born to answer questions. So ask questions and we'll pick up a winner before the end of today's show.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
Let's show again that beautiful, beautiful house. That's what we are going to give away. The Dracula is what we are going to be painting. And the Frank is what we did last week that Shalyn is going to talk about. So and this is the kit.
That's the
kit. Look
kit.
how cool.
And we'll be doing those next week.
All so laser cut
whoever
pieces.
Wins this can paint with us next week. So
too bad really I'm not there.
I know.
I would put some fake names just so I could win.
Sign up.
Let's talk first. And before we go, we already have Elaine Tucker here saying she just share and say hello to us. Wherever you're watching, let me take the sound out. Okay, here we go. Wherever you're watching, you can comment. There is a chat box either beside or below the video. You can be watching us on Facebook page for Mondo Market TV, or mondomarkettv.com, which is the best place for you to watch. YouTube, I'm monitoring those 3 places. But if you are there, you are watching on Instagram, make sure you go to mondomarkettv.com. You're going to get better angles because we are using just a cell phone to stream to Instagram. So make sure you come over to mondomarkettv.com because there you are going to get a better experience and you can participate in the drawing as well. Okay?
There you go.
Talk about this Frank.
So last week when we were doing Frankenstein, I had just kind of base coated everything. I showed you how it was to base coat. And I thought it was really cool, but it needed a little upgrading, and so
Hi, Shalyn.
Hello. I decided I would go home and finish it and paint it to show you guys how I did it. My cute dad, he's so funny. You know, I paint almost exactly like him, except I add sparkles. My dad doesn't add sparkles, so there's my Frank, and then today when we get done, I'm going to go home and finish my Dracula, and I'll show you what it is next week. But isn't he cute? He's so cute, and he would be so cute on a table. If you had a round piece of wood like this, and you had your Frankenstein and Dracula sitting there, and you had little greens and Halloween colors and everything around, I mean, it
could be the center of a table.
Yeah, I mean, it would be so cute. Or you can hang it on a wreath. You can do whatever you want with these.
Because that's the good thing. It's not too heavy.
It's light.
It's light. So yes,
light.
it could go on a wreath. Maybe by the door where you have the candies, you can have. Oh, that would be so cool.
And so there's a lot of things that you can do with it. So that's my Frankenstein. And I just wanted to show you that I do finish some projects.
you know what? Last week she said that she doesn't paint like her father. She doesn't paint like her father. So she sent a picture to him of this Frankenstein, and he thought it was his, right?
It is, yeah.
That's how good she is. Awesome. And today, Mr. Dracula
so
in the house.
we're going to do Dracula. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, to finish my project, this took me about an hour and a half. So it
Not too bad.
It was a really good project, a little bit of time, but oh my gosh, I'm so pleased with it. And if you stick it next to my dad's,
let's do that.
I just want to
Is Dad watching?
I
hope
hope he is.
Okay, so let's see.
So if you stick it next to it,
okay, have to put it here.
it's
There you go.
pretty close.
Ooh.
Pretty close to the instructions. I followed the instructions.
I have a twin brother and I didn't know it.
They're twins.
Oh.
So I hope you guys enjoy when you get your kits. I hope you enjoy painting them because I
They
thoroughly
probably
did.
already received
They
that,
probably
right?
already received their kits, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm really excited.
Sandy Ward is saying, hello, lovely ladies.
Hi,
Frank and
Sandy.
Doc. Elaine Tucker is saying, he's so cute.
Oh, thanks.
Very
A
cool.
lot of fun.
So let's start.
A lot of fun. So yes, so we are going to get ready. And what I did was I've already base coated this with a white gesso. So it's just been sanded down. So when you get your wood, you're going to paint it with a white, and then you're going to take a light sandpaper, a sanding block, a sanding disc, whatever you have. These are mine. I have 120 grit and a 200 grit, or 220 grit, excuse me. So sand it down, get all the rough edges off of it, and then you can start tracing your pattern. In your kit, you're going to get a colored photo, so you'll have a photo that you can put right by you. Yeah.
That's good.
So you can actually look. You know, you get a little older, you can't see very good. So I like this so I can actually just look right at it and see what I'm painting and see if I'm doing it right. So fun stuff. And then you're going to get the instructions. It'll tell you everything to do. It'll tell you what colors to use, or you can choose to substitute a few colors and do your own. So awesome. And on this one, I've already painted my back black because I'm not really going to do much with the back of mine, but you can. There's patterns on the back that you can use.
Did you use acrylic to paint that?
I did acrylic paint, but mine has a little bit of a sheen to it. Mine is almost a metallic,
Nice.
has a little bit of a metallic sheen because I do like that finish a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint the face green.
Ooh, green
And
face.
again, I'm using just a Waverly Plaid paint. It's a green moss.
Fried tomato green.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
And just so you know, if you just got here, this is an interactive and question open show, right?
Yes.
So by commenting and sharing this during this next hour, you may win this beautiful haunted house. And then you will also learn later how to paint that haunted house. So you want to make sure you ask questions, you comment, whatever you're watching.
And you know, the haunted house is really fun too. I've been playing with it a little bit, and I did get my nail polish out and I trimmed the edges. So you're going to have a lot of fun making that one as well. So I'm just going to base coat again, just like we did on the Frankenstein. I'm going to base coat the face, and I'm going to start out with the green.
Bree is happy she made it. She said, I just made it.
Bree, I'm so glad. Good to have you here. I love our fans. They're really cool.
She has to drive from work, so she
Bree,
runs
you're
to be
awesome.
here every
Thank you
week.
for joining us, because that's really cool. So again, this pattern is really fun to do, and you know, Halloween's coming up pretty soon. What are you going to be for Halloween? Have you thought of it?
Me for Halloween?
What you going to do for Halloween?
Well, anytime I have available, I try to sleep.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm not much of a holiday fan whatsoever.
a Halloween fan.
Yeah, I'm a very boring person.
No, you're not.
I like to go to my studio and do my stuff. That's what I like to do. Or road trips.
Road trips are
Yeah.
good. Road trips stimulate your creative side.
Yeah, they
They
do.
really do.
And you see the animals.
Yep. And sometimes you see bears.
Yeah, I know.
Lots of bears.
I know.
So what I'm doing is I am just base coating this face. Now, on my other Frankenstein I actually did 3 coats on my face. So, and the hands on the Frankenstein. So this one will probably be the same. I'll probably end up doing at least 2 or 3 coats. but I'm going to just try and just show you how I base coat.
So you're going to use 3 coats of this color on the face?
Yes.
Okay.
And we probably won't be able to do that all today,
today.
But I'm just showing you how to base coat this, because all you want to do is after you paint this white, when you trace the pattern, you're going to get a pattern just like this. So you're going to get the pattern. All you want to do is trace this area, and that area, because everything else is black. So don't try and trace all the lines and everything. You'll just waste time, and you want to make sure that you just get the necessities first. And
now that you're starting to see how Dracula looks like, you're probably thinking, why I didn't get the Frank last week? Well, you still have a chance, because if you go to mondomarkettv.com, you'll see right on the homepage that we have Dracula on the launch price as well as Frank on the launch price, because, you know, they're best buddies. They like to go together wherever they go. So we said, no, let's not leave Frank behind. So he's back with the promo price, $19.95. Normally they are $21.95 each, and you get, of course, the cutout, which is so fun, right? Cute. You get the picture, you get the instructions, and you get the pattern for you to make all the design, to trace on.
Do all your designs.
And only for 24 hours, this launch price.
And they are fun. Believe you me, they are fun. And they're not common. This is not a common pattern. So you're not going to find it in a major chain. You're not going to find it.
It was designed by your father, right?
There was a woman who worked with my dad, and they collaborated together. She drew up some stuff, and he has been making all kinds of stuff for years, and that's how we got this.
Yes, so it's either here, mondomarkettv.com, or nowhere.
I
mean, it's or never.
And it's pretty exclusive.
Hold me tight.
Oh, don't get me started.
Me, my darling.
Would it be mine tonight? Oh my gosh, we have way too much fun here. I tell you, if you guys were in a live studio audience right now, we would all be laughing and giggling because it's so much fun. We have a blast. So there we go. I painted his face, and that's fast. That's easy.
Yeah, it's quite fast.
Yeah. To the point. So we're going to do his little fingers here. And if you decide you only want to do 2 coats, that's fine. I just did 3 because I really wanted a solid look.
I have a good question here for you.
Yes.
Kim Whaley is asking, is it a transfer? How's the pattern put on the wood?
It is on graphite paper. So if you have graphite paper, or if you don't have graphite paper, and this is my trick from grade school basically, take a pencil and rub it on the back right here. Just rub it really hard, put a lot of lead on there from your pencil, and then you can trace it, and you don't have to have graphite paper.
And if you want to see exactly how she did, go back to mondomarkettv.com, past episodes. And last week she made the Frank, and she did transfer everything on camera. So take a look at that.
I did.
Yes.
But the problem was I transferred it all, but some of it I really didn't need to do. I just kind of got overzealous in doing it. So only transfer the lines that you truly need to use to paint. And I'm just using a number 6 flat paintbrush. So this one's synthetic. I do like the animal hair ones quite a bit. My dad actually teased me about using animal hair, but I really like some of the camel hair brushes because I do like how it leaves a smoother surface.
Sandy Ward is singing, "Be mine tonight."
Because tomorrow may be too late. So many fun things to do. You know, if you had a bunch of these and you had a bunch of girlfriends over to paint, that would be so much fun. Yeah. Could you imagine you and Nash and Sammy and everybody at my house painting this?
If it was me and Nash, we would probably be fighting with each other because every time she has to do anything with her hands, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. And then she asks a gazillion questions, and it drives me nuts. But if I were with some friends, think about it. When you think about, let's get together, what's the default thing? You go for breakfast or you go for lunch. Right. And you're in a very noisy environment, trying to catch up. Why not make something together?
I agree.
I mean, how hard is that?
I think having that bonding time with friends is really important. And I love painting with my girls. My girls actually do a little bit better than me.
You know, we have Marilyn, you're here. She's saying she loves this woman. She understands wood.
Oh,
she's an amazing.
That's awesome.
No, for real, wood carver like no other.
That's
and glass
awesome.
artist that she makes some octopuses. She knows the exact way to say the plural, and I know it's not octopi. She told me that, but I can't remember the right one either. But they are gorgeous. They are to die for.
Oh, you'll have to check her out. That's awesome. Yeah. That's a very, very a talent that's, I think, being lost.
Yeah.
I love the fact that on Mondo Market TV and your other sister station, you guys promote creativity like no other, and I love it because we have to keep our artsy love, the love for the arts of all kinds of arts alive. We have to keep it alive.
We do.
This stuff that's all mass produced, it's great and I like it, but you know, we really do need to be able to do some stuff with our hands. That's what we were created for.
Yeah. Bree's saying, Shahar, it's Nashula's birthday. Don't poke on her today. Don't pick on her today.
We can pick on her. Idea. We can pick on her because she's gone. No.
She picks on me the whole time. Actually, you don't know this, Bree. Everybody in here bosses me around. Everybody. They're always telling me what I'm doing wrong.
What to do.
Nashula's the queen, the king of that. The king? No, the queen of that.
The queen.
Yeah.
The queen of bossing.
Doesn't matter.
It's
Gender
all good.
is just a definition. But you keep thinking, they all boss me around all day. It's unbelievable.
But you write the checks.
Yeah?
You got control.
I have the power.
You have the power.
I have the power.
Okay, so I am going to paint. Now we're going to paint the little bow tie on him. This one it's just purple. I told you I like metallics. I really do. I think metallics in some crafts are just beautiful. So I have a purple metallic, and the metallics you're going to need at least 2 coats. So make sure you do at least 2 on your bow, because that way it will keep it very congruent with the dark color, but it also has that sheen. It's kind of like a car metallic, but I mean, easy.
Easy peasy.
Fun, easy peasy, cute. He's going to be so cute when he's done, and I'm going to make sure he has a little bit more blood coming out of his mouth. So,
Robin Stedman, say hello.
Hello, sweet Robin. How are you?
She's here every week.
She's a beautiful crafter. She's wonderful.
And Chase said, it's true, we do boss her around a lot. A lot.
A lot. At least they're honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did that. Now we're going to do the red. So I'm going to do the red in his chest right here. So I'm going to do these 2 pieces.
I find it interesting that you work the other colors before the black.
Yes, because
is there a reason?
Black is hard to go over top of. And so where we've got so much black, I just do this first. And I normally do this first, but I'm also following the instructions.
Good. Since you wrote them, it would be nice to follow.
Actually, my father wrote them.
That's not what I do.
I don't want to get in trouble. I usually don't follow him, but I'm gonna follow his lead this time.
Okay, because if you start with the black, it would be very easy to mess up everything.
Yes, black's really hard to cover up sometimes, and especially if you've got the metallic paints. It's so sheen that you have to do coat after coat after coat. So I just start with these first.
See, you just learned an amazing
Yep.
tip right there. Don't
Another
start.
tip.
Because it would be easy for you to see the biggest area and say, I'll tackle that
Right.
first because it's just black. And then be frustrated at the end. Yeah, so this is the moment we say, wow, I like what Shalyn does. These are gorgeous. Time to go to Mondo Market TV and get both cutouts while they are on a launch price. They are $19.95 today, usually $21.95. You get the cutout, you get the instructions, you have the reference picture, and you have the pattern. So that's a good deal. And you know what's going to happen?
What's that?
Frankenstein and Dracula, they're going to start dancing because they
They
like when they go to other homes.
The Transylvania twist.
The monster mash.
You did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
That's so fun.
The monster mash.
And this is what's really cool about this is you're going to have something totally unique in your decor, your Halloween decor. And I love decorating for Halloween.
Yeah, but I think it's a smart way when you think what I can bring that is unique. Because I don't know. For me, I go to craft stores all the time, right? It's like
that's our addiction.
I'm like the stray cat. Oh, she's coming inside the store again.
Shahar's back.
Shahar's back. But I don't know. It's March and you're already seeing stuff for Halloween.
Yes.
It takes, for me, it takes the fun away a little bit.
A little bit.
But then you see exactly the same thing almost in every store that you go.
Exactly.
Very few really unique things from year to year.
Right.
Right. So it's okay. You're having fun, decorate, and you're going to use some of that stuff. But why not bring something accents that they're really different and will really make people say, where did you get that?
And then when you say I painted it, then they're like, you're going to paint me one, right?
Well, they already envy you because you got something they cannot get.
Yep.
And then they are going to be super, super mad because you painted this. Now what do I do?
And then they're going to be like, so how do I learn? And you're going to say, go to Monomarket TV, order you a kit.
Yeah, easy peasy.
So,
Diane Kelly saying I share. Kathy saying hi.
Oh, hi.
Chase is saying karaoke with Shahar and Shalyn. You should. I once went to a Japanese karaoke.
Oh.
I know. Wow. I used to know how to sing My Way in Japanese.
That's really good.
It is. I don't know anymore.
I don't sing. I actually lip sing. So. Okay, so what I did was, while we were chatting, I put a little bit of white in here, mixed it with the red, and I'm just going to make a lighter pink. Because I don't want it as dark as my, tongue.
Just one shade lighter.
Yeah, just actually a couple shades. I even don't like it that dark, so I'm going to try and lighten it just a little bit. And just go around your teeth. And a lot of stuff on here too is going to be white, so you don't really necessarily aren't going to have to, paint a lot of stuff white, because you've already got the white on there and you've already transferred it on.
So what's going to be your costume for Halloween?
I would like to be the old Princess Leia.
Oh, princess! We have another princess in the house.
There's no tiara. No tiara.
No, they're the buns.
She's the wise one in the new Star Wars. She's the wise one that floats in the air and then she comes back to life. And I hope that's me. So I think I might do that. My little grandkids are going to be Star Wars characters.
Oh,
so stormtroopers.
The whole family.
So yeah. So I think we'll do a little bit of that.
May the power be with you.
May the force be with you always. So now we are going to do, okay, you can do different yellows. I have a bright yellow that I used on Frank, and I have a mustard yellow. So you can do either other or color, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm gonna stay consistent with the bright yellow, and that's what I'm gonna put on the little cross, the fingernails, the little skull on his arm, and his eyes are painted yellow. So this is quite a bit of yellow in here, but I like the bright white or the bright yellow because it stands out and it looks really, really good. So we're gonna and I am using, I need to tell you, a number 2, I think this is called a round. So a number 2 round. And you'll have to do 2 coats of yellow too. But if you really want to be creative and you have gold paint, I would paint this one gold. Just because Dracula likes the finer things in life. Dracula. So there we go.
Remember when yesterday when I was young, there was a cartoon that was all the monsters. And it had the bat, the Dracula bat that would hit the window.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember some of those. I remember J&R Puff and stuff.
Oh, J&R Puff and stuff.
Puff and stuff.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Those were classic cartoons. Just like these are classic characters. Those are classic, and you don't see stuff like that anymore. It's kind of depressing because you just want, you want the cooler things in life that you had when you were younger.
Yeah.
Like we were watching a concert.
And you want to pass that on.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
That's the key, is passing things along. Now see, I'm painting the eyes, but okay, I've got green in where the eyes are. So this is gonna take me 4 or 5 coats to cover that green because I was not super careful. So you're gonna
Shalyn, it's all this singing, Shalyn.
It's all this. I'm not a singer, so this has got me out of my comfort zone, and now I'm all happy because you're bringing back comfortable memories. It's like if you've ever seen a concert on TV and you know all the songs, but it's from the 70s, and you're thinking, why aren't they doing stuff like that anymore?
What was the name of the actor for Puff and Stuff? It was Jack Wilde.
Oh, you're good.
I'm good. I thought he was. I didn't think he was cute, but I did like Mark Lester that did Oliver.
Yep.
And so, just so you know, I have watched Oliver like 100 times. So I watched everything he did as well, and I love Puff and Stuff.
I love my favorite movie, and everybody probably knows this by now, but the ones who've joined us that don't know, I love White Christmas.
Of course.
I love White Christmas.
She's the holiday queen.
I love that whole feeling of just joy, and you know, Danny Kaye. My dad taught me or showed me a lot of Danny Kaye movies when I was little.
Oh yeah?
Because my dad's got red hair, and I always thought Danny Kaye looked like my dad.
That's so cool.
So it's kind of fun. So I'm going to end up painting that over 3 or 4 times with that yellow.
Yeah, because now we want to see how you cover a mistake. And of course, you guys already know mondomarktv.com is the place where you get this. Today with the launch promo price of $19.95, normally $21.95. Why not get both of them, because they're very unique. But the other cool thing is a lucky winner that comments and shares this during this hour, while we are live, not later. Well, you will be able to win the kit for that gorgeous haunted house. And you have all the pieces here, same thing. You have the pen, you have everything.
And then you can paint with us next week when we do it, and I show you how to do it.
So we are going to get you all set up for Halloween.
Yes, we are. So what I did was I went over it with white. So the yellow is too translucent, so I'm going to put white on there, let it dry, and then I'm going to go back over it with yellow again, and at least it'll cover up more. I might have to do 5 or 6 coats. Who knows? But this is just kind of a, you know, to show you how we're going to do this. So now we're going to do the little guy's, the little skeleton on his sleeve. And you only need a couple brushes for these patterns. That's what's really fun. So you don't need. It
really doesn't take long.
No, you don't need a ton of brushes. You just need a little bit of time and where you're going to plan to put it. If you're going to hang it on your wall, your door, make it into a, you know, something with your buffet. Now on his sleeve, he has just a little bit of purple on the inside. So we're going to just paint that. And I always reference back to the picture. So keep referencing back.
Williams is back, and she said she shared.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we've got all the purple on here. I'm going to go over this one more time with purple. And if you can get a hold of some metallics, I definitely would use some of the metallics. I did use a metallic on Frankenstein's turtleneck instead of just a plain purple. That's part of my rebellion of I wanted to do a little different. So, okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do is we are going to just paint this black. We're going to do the black. I'll show you how fast it is. I do have a satin black that I got. I also have just a plain black, but I do like the sheen that it leaves. So make sure you always shake.
The outfit is gorgeous.
He's so handsome. And these bottles just blow up sometimes. But they're fun. They're really, really fun.
And the younger you are, the more you like vampires because of all the movies now that you have. Yeah. Well, not that you didn't have cool movies before vampires.
Well, when I was growing up, vampires were really scary.
Yeah.
Like they weren't.
Nosferatu?
Yeah. They weren't gorgeous. They weren't beautiful, and they didn't live in $1 million homes.
They were scary.
They were scary.
Then came Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And that changed everything.
Everything.
Yep. So.
Were they vampires in Dracula?
You didn't watch that?
Oh, no.
Oh, my lady.
Sorry.
My lady, you're lost in the woods.
I probably was. I was probably, I don't know where I was, actually.
And it was based on the book by, I think Anne Rice. I actually read several of them. You had Lestat the vampire, and they were so sexy.
I was thinking of Twilight because that's the only vampires I know that actually had like cool cars because I liked their cars.
There were people leaving the windows open at night. Yeah. Can you imagine Brad Pitt coming over at night? Oh,
not at my house. Yeah. I don't know. I just... when I was growing up, vampires and Draculas were a little bit, and Frankensteins were a little bit scary to me. But, as you get older, you realize that you can make them cute, just like these little guys. Yeah. So this is all I'm doing. It's going to take 3 coats.
Okay.
And we're going to just go right over top. First coat's going to look kind of sassy and a little bit mushy because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, nothing looks really, smooth on here. But once you start doing the finer details, then it starts looking really good. We'll have to name your Frankenstein and Dracula Brad and Tom.
Brad and Tom.
Yep.
I don't know.
I'll name them Brad and Tom.
Sheila Knight is saying metallics would look great.
Yeah, they really are.
Well, I think you used some here on the...
I used the metallic on his shirt.
So let's show.
Yeah.
And I'll move around so you can see the... Can you see?
Can you see on his shirt?
What about the pockets? What do they have? There's something shiny there.
The pockets are glitter.
Oh, the glitter. So
glitter glue paint.
It would look great.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, you can add your own touch. I mean, you can put glitter. I've got glitter on his shoes and on his little scar. But, I mean, you can add anything you want. And we're just going to do this kind of fast. When I go around his fingers, I'm going to get a different brush. Just because they're a little bit finer detail. Let's put that in there. And it really is hard to get black off of stuff. I mean, it's possible. It's just a pain in the bum.
Sandy Ward is saying the original Christmas in Connecticut. Is that the name of your film?
No, it's White Christmas, but it is in, I think it's in Vermont. I think it's filmed in Vermont. 1954.
Woo.
So...
Was not born.
I was definitely not born, but it's my dad's fault because he got me to watch it, and I've always loved it ever since. So.
That's cool.
So I can blame it on my dad. Number 6 flat. This is what I'm going to use to go around his fingers and around his white cuff.
So I want you guys to tell me, because, if you don't comment and you don't share, you don't have a chance to win the beautiful haunted house. So just to make it easier on you, let everybody know on the comment where they have to go to get this kit. The Frank and the Dracula. Let's see if you know. Let's see if you paid attention.
Yes.
I love when people pay attention to me.
Yeah, and they don't boss you around. Huh?
And they do, but they still pay attention.
They still pay attention. So I'm going to turn this over. I paint.
Why do you turn it over?
I don't know why, but I like to paint upside down. I don't know if anybody else out there does, and if they do, please validate me, because I don't know why, but it seems like it's just a little bit easier for me.
I know when you're doing eyes, actually, Marion, you taught me that, teaching me how to carve. You're turning you make one and you turn upside down.
Right.
Then it's going to get easier to get the same
consistency
doing that.
The same.
So I would assume it works with painting too.
It must, because it's something I've always done, and I actually never thought about it until somebody had told me a few years back, you paint it upside down, and I was like, oh, well, it's probably something that's in my brain that's just a little backwards that makes it just a little bit easier for me to do stuff. I think we do our crafting how our bodies work, because some people don't have the use of their arms very good, or their legs, or
Elaine Tucker got it right. MondoMarketTV.com is where you get it.
Yes, Elaine.
Nice.
So there
Bree
we go.
also got it right.
Thanks, Bree.
Cool.
Okay. And it does look sloppy. I know it does look sloppy right now. It will clean up. If you can see my Franks all cleaned up. But
and she's reminding us not to forget the TV, mondomarkettv.com,
yes.
because or else you don't get there.
Yes.
Very good, Brie. She pays attention.
Brie does.
Yeah.
She's very good. So literally, this is just, you know, it's going to take you about 2.5 hours, 3 hours to complete this completely. When you're done with this, get yourself a really nice matte or satin finish. It depends on your preference. And spray your craft. So spray it so you seal it. Just in case you're putting it on a door or something like that.
Painting, it's the perfect activity, especially this type of painting, to relax.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Just great.
My poor husband, I mean, I can lock myself in my craft room and he'll say, oh, it's been 5 hours. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Because my brain shuts off and it goes into paint mode because I really enjoy the art of painting and it's cheaper than therapy.
And you grew up with wood, right?
Because I did.
Your father used to work with that.
I did.
Even the smell.
I can tell you, awesome. I watched a funny network show the other day, about 3 weeks ago, and there was a gentleman on there sniffing wood. And he could tell what wood it was just by sniffing it, by being blindfolded. And I thought I could win that. I could.
Really?
Yes. My dad used to burn the wood in the fireplace, and so we could tell if it was alder, oak, maple, you know, cherry wood, and it was a lot of fun because the house had different smells to it. So depending on what my dad was making is what we burnt as the scraps during the wintertime, and it smelled really good. So when I go into like these hardware stores, I get like this high because it's like, ooh, stain and wood, because it brings comfort to me. So
yeah, that's fun. Monique Chavez is saying, go to Mondo Market TV to get the kit. Watching from San Jose, I thought of Sesame Street and the Count. The Count.
Yes.
Remember the Count?
Yes, the Count.
1 bat, 2 bats, 3 bats.
I actually love that Count. I think he's adorable. He's so cute. And, you know, the Frankenstein I always thought was really cute was Herman Munster.
Oh, yes. I watch all of them, too.
I loved all those shows. I thought they were funny because they weren't scary.
Well, and the grandpa was the Dracula, right?
Yes.
The vampire, yes. And
he was good, too.
You just need to put some tufts of white on the side, and there you go.
Yep. Oh, he's got little tufts on the top.
Yeah, maybe he had a ton of white
maybe
here.
We should age him just
a little bit.
We'll age him.
No, don't
make him a little bit bigger, a little bit older. Okay, so there's the base coat for the black. And like I say, I've already done the black on the back, so you'll just have to do the sides. And then you'll be ready to do your final touches. So the little bat right here, when you get this completely painted black, and I'll try and do one more coat really quick, you can either freehand it or you can trace it on again with the graphite paper. It's totally up to your comfort level. If not, you also could cut it out of a black piece of paper, just trace this onto a black piece of paper and then line it with the purple and then put it onto this. So you don't actually have to paint it if you don't want to, because some people don't want to freehand. But if you do trace it on, just you'll have to look close because graphite and black kind of blend together. You'll be like, Shalyn, where'd it go? I just traced it on. So we'll see if we can get some good black on here. So again, he's really fun to do. These are so unique, and there'll be more coming. We have different holiday patterns. And
we're going to make your house be the envy of the town when it comes to Halloween.
Plus, you're going to have unique crafts that you can't buy anywhere else. That's what I love. I was in a craft store the other day, and there were 3 ladies that were buying similar stuff. They were all together shopping, and it was all exactly alike. And I thought, I don't want that. I want to be unique in my own decor.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah.
Elaine Tucker is saying, love the monsters. And Sandy Ward, you could felt a bat and add to it.
Oh my gosh, Sandy, that would be so cute. Okay, yep.
Chase is saying, why doesn't Dracula have any friends? Because he's a pain in the neck.
Chase, you're funny.
Chase, I think you should leave the jokes to Cliff.
We really do have a lot of fun here. This is a great studio.
Elaine is saying that's a great idea, Sandy.
I love it.
Yes.
Do a little felted bat on here, and oh my gosh, he would be so cute. So cute.
Have you noticed so far that every single comment about Dracula and Frankenstein are good memory moments?
Yes.
Right. So that's another reason when you're thinking about your Halloween decor. You know, there's no way this doesn't bring a smile to somebody's face, right? Just no way. It's cute. Has that look like, oh, I need you, I could give you a hug if you let me. So it has that flair, and the Dracula is also that mischievous smile that he has. If you see over here, you know, I pretend I'm bad, but I'm not. So you keep thinking, okay, this is what I need to bring to my party, to my Halloween, right? I don't know, do you get together with family or something during Halloween?
I haven't for a few years.
Okay.
Because I used to do a lot of parties on Halloween for my business. So.
Okay. But that would be something normal, right? For people to get together. And then they all have a moment when they are smiling, and you know, you're really telling them you are unique because you went the extra mile to bring you know, decor that will make them smile, are unique like you are. So
my daughters love, especially my oldest daughter, Alana, will come over and she'll see something cute and I'll say, do you want it? Yes. You know, because she wants that decor, but I'm giving her a piece of me.
Yes.
So every time she looks at it, she says, my mom makes it. Or if somebody comes in and says, who made that? My mom made that.
Yeah.
So that's so I can never get out of her life. She'll always have me in her life. But yeah, I've got two daughters that draw really, really well, and they can do crafting really well. And
if some of your children today, they're really into Halloween, you can stay by the end of the holiday. You say, you sign that, you sign Mom, 2018.
Yes.
That goes to you, Joe.
Yes.
And to Mary, she'll get, and you know, they start creating their heirlooms that they're going to be using later with their own family.
That's right.
Right? And
you know, that's really interesting because every time I go to my mom and dad's place, my dad has a painting that, I don't know how many years, it's probably been 20 years ago that he painted it. And he won first place in an art contest for it. And it's gorgeous. And every time I go over, I say, that's mine. That's mine in the will. And, you know, he always says, no, it's not yours. I'm not getting rid of it. But I know I'll get it in the will. But, but it's gorgeous. And my dad made it. So, you know, my mom taught me how to cook. My dad taught me how to paint. And I really appreciate the talents that I have because... A lot of fun.
It allowed you to build a career on that.
It really did. And, you know, if you decide to buy a whole bunch of these kits and then turn around and make big wreaths and that and sell them, you can do that. It'd be really easy.
Sandy Ward is saying, for the display, some pipe cleaner spiders or the beaded bugs would look awesome.
The beaded bugs.
Well, I already know she comes to every episode, but you could think, if this is your first time here, that she's coming back. Yeah, I have developed an addiction for pipe cleaners. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but you should see what's in your office. Your
my office is full of creatures. Wow.
It's full of little creatures.
Yeah. Bree is saying, signature is important, memory fades. Exactly.
Yes. And it's a non-acetone pen, so it never fades away. Yeah, I know there's some things that I've done 20, 25 years ago, and I wrote on the back of them, and I can't read it.
Oh, really?
It's all faded out, so.
Too bad you didn't know me 20 years ago. We got a pen here. We have in gold and silver. And the pen is actually based in an oil paint. So you can put that pen anywhere. You can design on glass. You can use on felt. It's thick enough that would get into fiber very well, and it never goes away.
That's what we need. So we need that for our craft too.
It is. I'm only thinking of you guys. Sandy's saying a part of us always goes into our art. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It totally does. And a part of us, we leave our mark because we love our talents. We love what we do. And you would think I could find the paintbrush that I was thinking about, but
just because she has 10,000 of them over there.
I know, and you know what? I'm bringing them all, but the problem is I get somewhere, and I don't know about you guys, but if you get somewhere and you're painting with friends, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Dang, where's that brush?" Well, it's at home. So, and that would be my thing, is it would be at home. So I am going to just line this really quickly with the purple, because I want to show you what it's going to look like.
Sure. I'm excited to know, because the black is not easy.
That's why if you do a metallic, get you a metallic and just kind of load your brush up and twirl it just a little bit. So you have just a bit, and this is a liner. This one's a little bit thicker. It's a 3, so it's a round liner. And I'm just going to do the bottom part, because this part up here still needs a couple more base coats and stuff. But down here, like on the shoes, or even like on the cape right here, I'm going to actually just go like this and line the cape, because we have some lines that are coming out here. So I mean, you start looking at all the places that you can put these right here. And I'm just referencing back to my picture, because the picture is what's going to give you the ideas of where everything's at, because you can trace on here with the graphite paper, but like I say, you're going to lose a little bit of it because graphite is dark, so's the paper, or so's the black paint, excuse me. So there you go. So we're just going to kind of start putting his shoes in a little bit.
Wow, it really pops.
Give him some lines.
Like,
but the metallic changes the look. I really like the metallic. The purple, the plain purple is still beautiful and great. The metallic gives it just that little bit of sheen, little bit of spark that you'll need. And so right here, he just has a few creases. And if you don't feel comfortable just freehanding it, it's okay. You can trace it. So like, and like right on his arm right here.
You know what? Your Dracula doesn't have a nose.
Well, he's gonna have it lined with black, because his nose is perfectly green. So he's got a nose job coming.
Okay, good.
So we're just gonna loop his little sleeves right here and kind of give it that little. So this is how I lined, and when I lined the Frankenstein, I used the same thing. So just start lining with your liner brush with the black. If you don't like the liner brushes, especially on the lighter paint, you can line with a non-acetone, at least I would say a 1.5. If you get the 0.5s or the 0.75s, it's a smaller line, so you want a thicker line to do your lighter work. You can use a marker, but it needs to be non-acetone and permanent. So, I don't know if you have black. Do you have black markers in here?
That oil one is only
gold,
silver and gold that we have. But we do have others there.
Yeah, if you could, because they do have on the Mono Market TV, you can get some other markers that are in there. And we're going to have a really fun holiday wreath coming up. We're going to turn paper into fabric. Ooh. And it's going to be cool. And you know what I'm talking about.
I'm excited. That's why you have to be here every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Mountain Time.
Every Wednesday.
And we have to be here almost every day now. So Tuesdays we have Jody with the Glass Hour for glass artists. She goes live at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Then on Wednesday, we have Crafting with Shalyn at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. On Thursdays, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, it's not Crafting with Shalyn, has another name. It's Sparkle Creativity.
Sparkle to Creativity.
Yes, and tomorrow, Shalyn, you don't have pets, do you? I mean, you have a whole farm, so what a question. But tomorrow, we will be making a snuffle mat. Do you know what a snuffle mat is?
I don't, but it sounds really cute.
It sounds cool, right?
It sounds really cool.
Here's how I found about it. I have a dog that is a psychopath.
Oh, but he's cute.
He's super cute, but he's a psychopath. He suffers from anxiety, actually. So if he's alone, it's a total disaster. And he's super hyperactive. Now, you have to agree with me. You know that because you always watch the lives. We are here the whole day. And we don't stop. Is that true?
Nope,
it's one thing after the other. So when I get home, I am kind of tired. And then the dog comes, I'm here! I'm here!
He's cute.
Well, so I had to do something about it, right? And previous choices didn't work. Well, now comes the snuffle mat. The snuffle mat is a very easy to make mat that you make for your dog, where it actually is constructed in a certain way to hide the treats. So when you put that thing on the floor, the dog spends hours looking for the treats, and you know, and he cannot rip that apart the way it's done. It's super fun.
Can cats use it?
Yes, actually, I've seen that there are some rabbits that use those, the bunnies. I don't know why, because they tend to be super chill.
That's really cool. I have 2 cat dogs. They think they're dogs. My cats do.
I have a cat that he's totally sure that he's a dog.
They think they are.
And he steals the bed. So you get home, he's there. I'm the cat.
They own it.
Yeah.
They own it.
So
okay.
It's going to be super fun. So there we go. You have the bat.
I lined the bat. My eyes are not really good. I'm sorry. This is live TV, and I just didn't do it right. But that's okay.
That's good.
That's okay. I'm going to redo it a little bit. So next week when I bring my Dracula, I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So this is, in a nutshell, when you get this, you are going to want to get your wood out, and you'll have a little letter from me, and just read it and get your instructions together, get all your paints together, and then just start doing your gesso. And I'm going to do a trick here. I'm sorry, you know me. I'm going to do the circles of the eyes. I'm going to use the back of my paintbrush. So I mean, there he is. And then I can go around that with yellow again. So you're going to get your instructions, your picture, everything that you're going to need to put him together, you're going to have. And then you'll always have that colored photo too as well. So easy craft, fun, unique. These are unique crafts that are. They are not available in just any store. They're only available exclusively on Mondo Market TV. So you can't get it anywhere else. Here or never. So basically that is our Dracula.
Okay.
And then next week I'll show you my finished project. And I'm also going to show you what I do with it, because I'm going to make it into a centerpiece for my table.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to show you what I did with the crafts.
Okay.
Next week I'll bring the centerpiece and show you what I did, and that's going to go on my table at my house.
So we are going to see the finished Dracula next week?
Yep, you'll see the finished one next week.
I like the eyes.
They're just easy. Make sure they're red. Okay, you want to kind of give them a little bit, but his are more of the burnt ox, or you know, like the brown oxide. So he's a little softer. He's just a little bit more. And then you're going to want to make your little blood dots. So I would just take the end of your liner brush and just kind of put your dots down here. Just a little bit, you know.
So the teeth you're not going to cover with white whatsoever. You leave the background.
Nope.
And so the nose and the eyebrow,
I'm going to line with a paintbrush.
Once it's with the paintbrush that you do.
Yes.
Wow, you have firm hands.
Because I lined this with a paintbrush.
Okay.
And so he will get the same lining, but I need to do a couple more coats on his face.
Okay.
To show you kind of.
Yeah, because painting is I mean, it is a very fast project if you think.
Yes.
But you also need to get the time to give the right results. And paint, I just learned this trying to paint my camper.
Oh, your camper.
Oh my God. Was that an idea I shouldn't have had? But we are painting. Yeah, if you don't do the right amount of coats, and you don't get what you need.
You'll see through it.
So when it comes to this, it's fun. It is fast considering other types of things you could be making. But you need to give the time.
You need to make it smooth.
Yes.
Yes, you want to make it smooth because, you know, just like on Frank's face here, you know, that's 3 coats, probably a little bit more than 3 coats. I'm saying almost 4, because the white will show through the green, but you want a little bit of it just to give it a little wear and tear on his face. Now, if you're going to put any type of distress marks or anything on here, I would use one of these stencil brushes. So just use one of those, put yourself a little bit, you know, if you were going to put a little bit of white, just put a little paint on it, brush it out, and then if you were going to put like a little white right here, So you're just gonna kind of put some distress marks if you want them. You don't have to. And then you can do that on his hair too. You can put a little bit more, make it look like Grandpa off the Munsters. But you're gonna line his top of his head with a little bit of white paint. So again, a very easy craft, really fun, really unique. You're not gonna find them anywhere else. And I'm excited. I wanna see your projects, and when you guys get them done, please send them to me so I can see them and see what you did. And I'm really excited.
They're thinking you did great. Karen Kovic is saying cool. Elaine Tucker is saying awesome.
Oh, good.
And we have much more. So let me get this guy here and this guy here. Come on, people now. Let's get together and you get those 10 kits because you need more than one. And come on, people now. Go to mondomarkettv.com. We are on a promo price. It's another song already. We are on a promo price. It's just $19.95.
A little tango.
Tomorrow you will pay $21.95. Get the Frank. Get the
Drac.
Get all the set. It's so good that I don't get fired.
You're the boss.
It's such interesting.
Now, who won the prize?
Okay.
We need to find out who won the prize.
Okay, let me see. They're sending me here, and did you know that by American laws we cannot choose the winner?
No,
somebody else needs to do it.
That's right.
So somebody else we will come in a moment.
Yes,
and
it should be instant.
But don't forget, after you get the prize, make sure the prize. I'm tired. It's the end of the day. After you get your kit and get another one for somebody you love, and you know, I know a lot of people that just love Halloween.
Yes.
Right? Halloween is the thing.
It's a huge.
So why not give as a gift and then say, let's do a paint together. Right? You not only get to know that person that you already like even better, you get to spend quality time, and you end up with a very fun project. Or use this type of project to groups that you might be related to. Maybe you're with Girls or Boy Scouts or church groups and stuff like that. Why not? Yeah. This is a very fun project and very inexpensive. It comes with everything that you need. Yep. So I totally lost where I was going, but at the end is always the same. Go to mondomarkettv.com and get your kit. And tomorrow you join me here for the Snuffle Map. The winner is Bree!
Bree! Yay!
Okay, so you already know the drill. Write an email to hello@curiousmondo.com because we say that 10,000 times a day. With your address so we can ship to you. Be a little patient because we kind of are with a lot of stuff.
Swamped.
To ship. Be patient, you'll get it. But, you know, don't forget to join us again next Tuesday. So what's the
Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I know.
It is the end of the day.
I know. It's the totally end of the day.
Join on Tuesday too. We're here. But on Wednesday,
Tuesday.
what are we going to be doing on crafting with Shalyn?
We're going to do the little haunted houses. I'm going to show you.
Just won.
I'm going to show you how to paint these and put them together. They are so cute and fast. And I have.
Look at this. Show this little guys here.
I mean, they're cute.
Ooh, can you show from the top? He's probably sleeping his time.
We could probably pull that out too and show the one that's in the haunted house.
It's that way. You have the top.
I have the top. Okay.
Then this little guy hiding on the tree.
This little guy.
Oh, look at that. And
they're so cute.
And then the house, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what's really fun about this is laser cut. So you actually, it's precise.
Beautiful.
And then
I think they're beautiful.
On the site, in a few days, you'll see the other craft that we're going to do. It's being finished right now, and it's cute. And it's also laser cut.
Yes.
So you're going to have a lot of fun.
Exclusively. This is a very difficult word, but you only find it here at mondomarkettv.com. We are going to make sure you have the best Halloween ever with unique decor. So let people go to the big box store and buy those pumpkins that they buy. You have something different, and you're going to love making this. Just don't lose the 24-hour deadline to get your kits. And I'll see you back here. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Shalyn, we'll see you back here next Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us.